Hi, this is Brian Harty. Wish my video camera was working on this so you could actually see me instead of looking at things this way, but I'll try to keep this lively. I've got a couple of concerns right now that I'm seeing with several of my students in Algebra 2, so I just thought I'd let parents know some things that I'm seeing and some things we can do to try and help this out. My main two concerns you're seeing on the screen right now are homework starting to slide a little bit, both in correctness and in completeness, and also we're starting to struggle with quizzes. So let me take a little bit of a chance here to discuss a couple of things with the homework first and then a little bit of quizzes and some things I can do to try and help you out with this. So homework, let me just give you a quick background here. A typical homework check in algebra class looks something like this. I try not to overwhelm the students with too much. Most of the assignments we do are anywhere between 7, 8, maybe 12, 15 questions, somewhere in there. So, and I also give them at least 2 days to do every assignment. That way they can ask questions. I have keys at the front of the class so they can check any problem they want. And so I kind of look at it as, and there's question time in class too. So I kind of hope that they're going to do these things and go over it. Now, if they don't do any of those things, and they're like, oh, I'm too busy, I can't come in, I've got some things that can help them out besides that. So let me introduce you to a couple of things with homework to be able to help your student out if there's some issues. The first one is going to be my web page. And let me actually, for a moment here, go over a couple of things before I actually get to them. My web page you can get to one of two ways. Either via the School Center link in the School Center on Mr. Harty's page, there's a link on there. You can click on it to get you there. Or a direct connection can be found at huskiesmath.edublogs.org. Now, on my website, and I'll show in a minute, there's a lot of different things that you can see that not only can help your student out, but it kind of lets you keep in tune with what we're doing in class as well. And then also, there are links on that page to my YouTube page where they can find class lists and playlists. So let me explain a little real quickly here on how these both work. Okay, here's my website. Students are in Algebra 2, so they just go and they would hover over Algebra 2, and everything we've done every week so far this year is here. Now you're like, well, what do you mean when you say everything? Well, if I go and click, let's say on this week, for instance, you'll notice on here, anytime that we're doing worksheets or have note keys, they're on here. If you miss a day and you need the notes, you click on it, the notes come up. If there's worksheets, if you misplace a worksheet, want an extra copy, anything, quiz previews, practices, all those things are there. But this is the thing I want to stress the most. Every lesson that we do in class, there is a video of. So they can go back. If they can't remember something they're doing their homework, they can rewind me, pause me, mute me, turn me up, do whatever they want. But the one that I want to talk most about today is getting ready for quizzes and tests and how they can use the website for that. For instance, we did a quiz preview, and I'll go back and forth to some things here, so please just be a little patient with me. Okay, here's the quiz preview we're working on for the current quiz that we have. Okay, we're doing some things with factoring. Some of you at home are going, wow, I haven't seen this stuff in a long time. Write it in a radical form, write an exponent, a little bit of graphing, okay? We did this preview and worked through parts of it in class the day before. All of the answers to this preview were up on the board for students to be able to ask me questions. Now here's the one thing I want you to look at too, though. Kind of keep a picture of that in your brain. Here's the quiz. You're like, wait a minute, that didn't look like much changed at all. It's because it didn't. It's the same number of questions. It's the same type of questions that we went through the day before, okay, in class together, getting ready for the quiz. And yet, I'm having students do things that I can't see where they were thinking about those certain things. So here's my biggest concern right now. Let me get those back out of the way here. If they wanted to, if there were things they were still getting stuck on, and I'm available Tuesdays and Thursdays after, and every morning I'm here to answer questions, if they had come here, wait a minute, video of complete review here, what? And what you'll see here, and I'm not going to hit the button because I'm going to be talking over myself, is I have a YouTube page where, again, all these videos are and direct links from my website. And what you'll see here, as I speed through myself a little bit, is that what ends up happening is that I have the problems, I am working through and talking through them, going step by step through everything that's going on here. And again, this is basically the quiz that I'm going over with them in advance. I'm just changing the numbers. That's an advantage that I know I didn't have when I was in school, and is something that I always tell students to take advantage of. And some of them do, but some of them choose not to. And that's something that concerns me. Now, whenever they have a quiz, they can always retake it within a week if they want to. So if you see their grade in the email that I sent out, and you're like, ooh, you need to retake that, they have a week to do that. It's before or after school, or they can do that at lunch. But even if they wanted to take that quiz preview that I had before, they could click on it, open it up, which is hopefully that's going to open up here in a second, and go back through it maybe while I'm doing it, just to give them another practice at it, like we're reviewing it in class again. Just some things to be able to do some review. So just a thought. Okay. My YouTube page, if they don't want to go through the web page, they can always go straight to YouTube. And I know the kids know about YouTube. And all they have to do is type in Harty Math up at the top. They see the crazy picture of me. Go click on Harty Math. And they can find whatever it is they're looking for. My most recent places will be here on the front. If they click on videos, it's in here, you know, unit by unit, part by part, whatever quiz, whatever they're looking for, they can find. So it may take a little bit of time, but there's always these types of things available, okay? And even for parents, okay? You can get to my YouTube page via here. I have a parent corner where you can get information on the different topics we're doing, or even for general math help in the different classes. So that's kind of my concern. There's ways to go about this. There's ways to feel really prepared for this between coming and seeing me, looking at the videos, going back through the reviews. And all I'd ask is that you please kind of work on those things with your students to help them, you know, get along a little better. So just kind of as a review again, please check Skyward. I try to send emails out, email progress reports weekly, and send out little messages along with them if I can every couple of weeks to keep you in the loop on what's going on. Check my website for upcoming tests and quizzes, even though, again, I try to email those out. If you have any concerns, email me back. It's real hard for me to do phone calls because 45 minutes of a prep each day goes kind of fast. So if you can email me, I'm real quick on getting back to that when I have a couple of minutes. And if there's homework, basically we have homework every night, okay, in here. And ask them about their homework. See if it's getting done, because if they're getting it done and then they're having issues, they'll be ready to ask those questions the next day. And if we can ask the questions, we can get dialogue going, and we can make this a whole lot better. So I appreciate your time and assistance in this. And as always, if you have any questions, go ahead and shoot me an email if you would like. That is brian.harty@harlem122.org. Thank you so much. Have a super day.